iLaunchPod launching your idea video series, episode 5. Guess what? People are downloading SuccessBook. Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of the iLaunchPod Launching Your Idea video series. I am so excited about this episode. There have actually been a few SuccessBook downloads, and I'm getting feedback. One of the questions I received is, now that I'm done, how do I move forward? What's next? Well, that is what we'll cover in this episode. Alright, SuccessBook. You've downloaded it. We've gone through at least 5 days of idea tracking and motivation. We're ready. We have an idea. Let's roll. Wait. What's next? Well, we'll need to have a quick planning session. Nothing long, but we do need to get a plan down to help organize our ideas. So, at iLaunchPod.com, we have a sample planning document for a youth tech camp called Codebugs. You can download the sample planning document from iLaunchPod or as a side note, if you sign up for our newsletter, a link to the planning document will already be in your inbox. So hop on over to iLaunchPod.com and sign up for our mailing list. Or just send me an email to keith@iLaunchPod.com and I will email you a copy. Now, there's a lot more to cover in the complete planning document. However, for this session, we'll need to validate our passions, fears, and problems, our vision, take a look at research becoming an SME, find our audience, and find out if the idea is useful to that audience, if that product is useful to that audience. So, we'll take a look at our passions, fears, and problems first. So we need to clearly see that we are passionate about our ideas. Find that why. So, write down our top 5 passions, fears, and problems. Mind mapping is also a good tool to use for this task. For those who don't know what mind mapping is, it's a way to brainstorm your ideas and get them down into a picture format out in front of you so you can see and understand what's in your head. Just Google mind mapping and you can find out more information. But you can build a passion, fears, and problems mind map and place the results in a checklist. Review the top 6 to 10 items and list why those items fit into the list. Your idea is based on your passions, so the interest is already there if we can find a match. So even if you already have an idea that you want to run with, making sure that you are passionate about the idea is a very important step. Again, the passion will get you through the tough days ahead. So by this point, there may be more ideas in our head, or better yet, written down in our success books than we can organize. So what we want to do is find a match. If an idea matches one of our passions, fears, or problems in this list, then we know the interest is there. Hopefully we'll find multiple matches. So let's take a look. My personal passion, fears, and problems. So there, we have a match. I actually have 3 matches relating to the kids. Kids, digital divide, and future for our kids. So let's define a vision. Our vision is how our passion, fears, and problems translate into what we see for our product. So for me, we found 3 matches using the problem I saw with the digital divide and my passion for a bright future for my kids. I had a vision to make technology so easy to learn that kids can learn it. Not really a kiddie idea for younger kids, but young enough that maybe 3rd, 4th, 5th graders can pick it up and move forward as they get older, understand it, and keep moving. Interesting enough so that parents will encourage their kids to visit the site, download, try stuff, play around, order stuff, see how things are done. And parents can get interested in doing it themselves as well. We want to teach creativity and innovation, remove the fear of failure for these kids at an early age, that entrepreneurial spirit. Right? My vision, have the kids learn enough about technology that they are able to maybe launch their own business, maybe even become iLaunchPod members. So in that, learning the process to automate the tasks to monetize a website and start that business. All right, so let's put some details around this vision. What identity am I going to use? What's going to be my vehicle that's going to bring my vision to life? So I came up with the idea, codebugs.com. Codebugs with an S was not available, so I looked up codebugs with a Z, and it was available, so I grabbed it. That's going to be my domain. That's going to be my vehicle, codebugswithaz.com. So what am I going to have? A website. On this website, I'm going to have content geared toward my audience. I'm going to have a blog, classes, camps, website tutorials, online tutorials, Google Hangouts, webinars. Things to have concrete examples of what's going to be on the site. All right, let's go into research, becoming that subject matter expert. Now, there are three things that we want to take away. First, you do not have to be an expert in your niche when you start. Just get started. Second, you do not have to be an expert in your niche when you start. Just get started. And lastly, anybody want to guess? You do not have to be an expert in your niche when you start. Just get started. You are solving a problem. You must be willing to constantly research and eventually become an authority in your niche. Research your niche, start creating content, become that authority. So we'll take a look at some of the research I did for the Code Bugs camp. First thing I did was Google kids programming, youth programming, and I came up with a programming language. I found a programming language called Scratch. The information is there to become that subject matter expert. So secondly, I wanted to see if there was anything local, any physical camps around my area that were servicing this niche. So I was unable to locate any youth programming camps, so could be an interesting niche. I also found that there's government support. I came across a video where President Obama was talking about the importance of bringing technology into schools. So that could be a good angle on getting interest built around the camp, around the vision. So last thing we want to take away around becoming that subject matter expert. You do not have to be an expert in your niche when you start. Just get started. So let's talk about finding our audience. Who are you helping? Whoever your audience is, regardless of size, think of all the things you want to share that can change their lives and start producing content. So define that audience. So for my vision, I see kids or parents learning all about the cool technology stuff, or kids and parents. Parents reading and trying things out with their kids, kids sharing what they learn with their parents. The parents who are interested in their kids learning things. That's my primary customer, right? The parents who are interested in kids learning things, right? They already send their kids to math and science centers for the summers. They attend Lego camps or want to attend and maybe can't afford. The parents already send their kids to the STEM programs, the science, technology, engineering, and math camps, leadership programs, things like that. So parents who are already interested in teaching their kids new things should not be a hard sell to get them to have their kids participate in a technology, a programming camp, especially if it's offered online as well as in person. How do I know my idea is useful? How do I know the product is useful? So there are a couple of ways that we can look at this. We can survey the audience and see who is interested in the solution and is willing to pay for it. We can offer an early bird special for the members who take us up on that challenge. So there are 4 questions that we need to address. First, is there a demand for the product? Is there, in this case, a demand for a year-round youth or the young at heart, the parents, for a tech camp? How do they want the information delivered? We could show videos of the youth in technology for motivation and to drive demand for the camp. Have the parents saying, if other kids can do it, why can't my kids? Why can't our kids? Why can't we, for that matter? So build that demand. Find out if there is a demand for the product. If there is demand, second question. If there is demand, would customers be willing to pay for it? Would the parents or even the participants themselves, if they're old enough, pay for the club? We could offer multiple delivery options at multiple price points, maybe even a free option. Would the customer buy from us? That's the third question. Where else would they find the information? We could have multiple delivery options. Those multiple options would set us apart from anyone in the area. The web presence would also allow for expansion. We could have online as well as in-person camps. Last question. Can we build a solution for the problem? So we have the domain name, codebugs.com. So in the vision, on the site we see coding examples, motivation, courses, signups for the in-person camps, webinars, books, ebooks. So yes, we can build a solution for the problem. Alright guys, so the planning document covers a lot of additional information such as idea usefulness, a minimal viable product, even gets into an initial launch campaign. So you can download the planning document at iLaunchPod.com/first-experiment-codebugs, or hit the blog on iLaunchPod.com and search for codebugs and the information will come up. You can also email me at keith@iLaunchPod.com and I will send you a sample document. So hop on over to iLaunchPod.com and you can find information on our upcoming webinars, newsletters, experiment progress such as the CodeBugs Youth Camp. And if you are just getting started, a good first step is to download SuccessBook. If you haven't downloaded your free copy of the 5-day SuccessBook, hop on over to iLaunchPod.com/SuccessBook, sign up and grab one. Or send me an email, keith@iLaunchPod.com, and I will send you a copy of the free SuccessBook as well. So, thanks for watching guys, and until next time, let's get that idea off the ground.